Yo, 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 boys and ghouls, JT the Dead, coming at you from the basement of the dead. Got a long-awaited, I know it's been quite some time since I've done a VHS or DVD update. And to be honest with you, I'm just getting back in the swing of things. Just now, I've been off doing other projects, been working on comic books, reading comic books and stuff like that. But you guys know my main passion will always be DVDs and VHS and horror-related stuff. And me and the other dudes went to a Fright Night Film Fest this past weekend. And overall, I must say it was a very poor put-together convention this year. It was very crowded, very unorganized. And you basically had to buy a ticket. All this like photo op stuff, and it was stupid. Like, you had to pay extra money to get a picture with people, extra money for an autograph. It was nuts, but I only ended up getting one autograph, and there was no way I was going to not meet the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Bruce Campbell of The Evil Dead. I've been a huge Bruce Campbell fan since I was, young. Briscoe County Jr., when it came on TV, I was a huge fan of that, and then I discovered the Evil Dead movies, and the rest was history. But I got him to sign my Book of the Dead edition, and he wrote, "Burn this, Bruce Campbell." I guess that's Bruce Campbell. It's just more like a squiggly line. But he was really cool, really super nice guy. Went to his Q&A, and he gave me some advice. He told me to burn this this book. Not only did he write it, he told me that too. So that's pretty cool. Got to meet an icon, Bruce Campbell. Now, I got huge DVD update here and one VHS. Horror and non-horror related. It's just stuff I've accumulated in the past probably 2 months or so. But I'm going to go ahead and show the VHS first. Just this one. I found it at flea market for $1, and that's Hunter's Blood. It's in really good condition too. A little bit of, wear on the top there, but in otherwise pristine condition. I love this movie. It's some great hillbilly exploitation stuff. I seen this at a very early age. One of my uncles had this recorded on a VHS, and I borrowed it off of him, and it was on there, and I was like, man, this movie's weird. I always remember the gunshot to the face scene. If you guys have seen this, you know what I'm talking about. But I got a lot to get through, so I'm going to go ahead and speed through these non-horror ones here. More non-horror than there is horror, actually, but these are just ones I've been needing to pick up for the collection. A lot of superhero movies in here for some reason. We got Sin City. I haven't took the pawn shop sticker off of these. Got great deals on them. Sin City, Frank Miller, great comic book movie adaptation. Directed by Robert Rodriguez, and I think Quentin Tarantino directed one of the stories on there. Got Star Wars, Return of the Jedi. For some reason, I did not own this one. I love Star Wars. I always have since I was a kid, just like any other kid. And Return of the Jedi is hands down my favorite. And we got Elektra. Crappy superhero movie, but needed it for the collection. Superman Brainiac Attacks, animated Superman movie. Haven't seen this, but I heard not good stuff. So, Got Daredevil. I actually like this movie, minus the soundtrack. I hate the soundtrack. I hate Evanescence. But, it's okay for what it is, Daredevil. And this one I haven't seen since I was younger, Blank Man. If you guys remember the Handyman skit on In Living Color, this was a movie that was based off of that. It's about a handicapped superhero. I remember it being pretty decent when I was younger. Can't wait to rewatch that one. And this, surprisingly, I've never seen. This is the collector's edition. Got the little slip-out case there of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I've been on a huge alien kick here lately. I've been watching all kinds of good alien movies. So I figured, why not check out Close Encounters? I mean, it's Steven Spielberg. It can't be bad, so it could be. I don't know. I've seen bits and pieces of it. Richard Dreyfuss, I know he's in there. And next up here, we got the Starship Troopers 3-pack. Love the first Starship Troopers. These two blow. I watched this one the other night. I've not watched this one, but I've seen enough of it to know that I hate it. But this one right here, it's different. It's actually like a horror movie. And it had some good gore, really good gore effects in it, but not really a Starship Troopers movie in my opinion. Next up, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, the cool edition with, 2 discs and a big case and all that. And love Jay and Silent Bob, love Kevin Smith. Next up, we got the Mummy collector set, and this was the one before Part 3 was out, so it has the Mummy Returns and Scorpion King. I haven't watched the third one. I like the first 2 Mummy movies, and Scorpion King sucks balls, but I like the Mummy movies, needed them for the collection, didn't have them. so you know why not. Next up here we got Death Sentence. This is a really cool movie from what I remember. I watched it. It's kind of like Taxi Driver style. It's just a good revenge movie with Kevin Bacon, just blowing some punks away at the end of it. Good stuff. Next up here, I'm super excited to watch this one. I've yet to see this. This is Missing in Action with good old Chuck Norris, and I believe this is a Canon MGM release. I believe. Remember seeing the MGM bookcase VHS of this back in the day. But can't wait to watch that. And last but not least in the non-horror movies is Willow. Love Willow. Was always a childhood favorite of mine. A great Lucasfilms, I'm sorry. George Lucas story directed by Ron Howard, starring the little leprechaun guy. It's the guy who plays the leprechaun. I can't think of what his name is right offhand. Warwick Davis and Val Kilmer. Good stuff. Now onto the horror. Here's a science fiction one. Mars Attacks. Love this movie. Tim Burton, Jack Nicholson, and buttloads of other guests, including Pam Grier. She's not on the cover there, but oh my god, Pam Grier. I love Pam Grier and anything she's in, and I love Mars Attacks. It was a good sci-fi 50s spoof. A lot of people don't like that one, but I dug it. And picked up some movies from the con. Picked up Mortuary. Great movie with Bill Paxton. Watched that one yesterday. It's a good slasher. This one's like a collection of Sam Raimi home movies, like Within the Woods and all of his Toro, and all of the shorts with him and Bruce Campbell. Meet the Applegates. Love this movie. Childhood favorite. One of my favorite movies of all time, about these group of praying mantis that their forest is getting destroyed, so they decide to come live as human beings in like a suburbia America type, and it really shows what effects that humans have on them because the son becomes a drug addict, the wife starts stealing stuff because she becomes like a shopaholic, the dad starts having an affair on his wife and becomes like a sex addict, and the teenage daughter gets knocked up and then starts dating women. But I love Meet the Applegates. Dave Movernoscopy has talked about this movie a lot, and I love this movie. It was always a fave of mine. Even the dog is a little bug there. It's really cool. Really good movie. And also another Movernoscopy recommendation, Demon Warp. This movie has it all. Bigfoot, zombies, slasher type movie, aliens, gore. It's George Kennedy. Has a little bit of everything in there. You gotta love and watch Demon Warp. This was great. It was the watch of the week, in my opinion. And next few up are some more pawn shop pickups. We got an original, not the original, I guess, but an original release of Texas Chainsaw Massacre put out by Pioneer. I love this cover art, so I wasn't going to pass that up. I thought that was cool for $2. Love Texas Chainsaw. Just add that to the collection of my mini Texas Chainsaw editions. Need to get the meat pack edition. I'm missing that one. Next up, another Sam Raimi movie, Dark Man. I wanted to see this after watching the Bruce Campbell Q&A, and this guy from Evil Dead 2, the hillbilly guy that's like Bobby Joe, he was at the con and he was talking about this movie, and I was like, you know, I've never watched that. I seen it on TV back in the day, and I watched this, and it was surprisingly really good early 90s comic book feel, kind of like The Shadow and The Phantom and stuff like that. It was good. I recommend this. I'm going to pick up the other two. Dark Man 1 and 2, or 2 and 3. Next up here is I guess you want to call this I got the completion of my set because I already had the first one. First up we got Critters 2. Just watched this. Love Critters 2. Probably my favorite in the Critters series. Love the bounty hunters, the nothing faces. I love Critters in general. And Critters 3. Leo DiCaprio in this one is decent. They start going downhill as they go, and then I remember when this one came out, Critters 4. They're back in space in this one. It's okay. It's for what it is, but Critters 1 and 2 is definitely the best. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Trying to keep it under 10 minutes. Stay tuned, please, for plenty more VHS. There's the rest of the summer. It's going to be horror VHS DVD extravaganza. JT's back. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.